Hey my friends, Trav here and welcome to Pageblocks tutorial video number 2. In this video, we're going to go through a live demo of Pageblocks and set up a pretty cool looking blog using just some very basic drag and drop ability, as well as setting up some theme options to make it look really good with the Pageblocks plugin. Now if you didn't see video number 1, or you're not already familiar with what's inside of Pageblocks as far as the widgets go and some of the options in there like rows, you're going to want to go back and watch video 1 or play around with the plugin a little bit before you watch this video to really understand how to set up some of the options that I'm talking about. Well, let's take a look at how to set up a page and a landing on a blog, a full page with Pageblocks. Right now, my blog looks a little something like this. So let's go ahead and change this into something epic. I'm going to go ahead and go back, X out of that. I'm going to come over to themes real quick and choose a theme that I know is going to work pretty well with Pageblocks in terms of how my page is going to display on the front side. So you can do this with any theme really. You can set up any options that you want. If you wanted Premiere and you wanted this left-hand option here, or you wanted your blog to look like this with the Pageblocks design, Pageblocks does work inside of posts. It does work inside of your light boxes. It works inside of your content blaster. And of course it works inside of pages. So let's just select something different here. I'm on Canvas. I'm going to go over to display. This is a premium theme. Again, you can do this with basic themes as well. But I know that this one I think is going to work really well. So I'm going to head over to theme settings and just change a few options really quickly that will line up well with Pageblocks. So I'm going to change this header very quick and select this so it's a little bit shorter there. And I'm also going to select some new site taglines. Let's go ahead and put in here, blog with passion. And right here, let's do keep calm and blog on. There we go. All right, so I've got a different tagline. And I'm probably going to want to remove this and put an entire page here. So what I'm going to do is save and publish this. I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on pages, create a new page. Let's go ahead and do new page, and since that's going to be my landing, I'm going to do welcome to my blog. And I'm just going to save this page very quickly. I'm going to publish it, and I'm going to head back to theme settings. And so you guys know what I'm doing here is I'm just actually creating a page so I can come in here to my static front page and go ahead and put in that page. So I'm going to do welcome to my blog. That way it takes away that there. And we can go ahead and edit using Pageblocks. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I actually like that it dragged my home button down because that's going to work pretty well with my background. So let's go ahead and do this. Now keep in mind, you could have an about me page, a contact page, my categories, my blog posts, my business, my products, my Google Maps with Pageblocks. You can do just about anything. But I'm going to come in here and I'm going to edit that page. Let's go ahead and click save and publish. And please note that I also have turned off a few things that probably, actually you could have it all on. It's not going to affect your page very much. It's going to affect your posts. So all your author box settings, everything should be great there. So go ahead and click edit and jump right into Pageblocks. Actually, I'm going to go back here, click pages, and then let's go to welcome to my blog. There we go. All right. Got my permalink, which is set as the home page. I don't want to change that. I'm going to come over here to Page Builder or Pageblocks, and let's get started. So I'm going to jump in here quick. Again, if you didn't see video number 1, this might look a little confusing to you, but or not. You might be like, I know exactly what he's doing. Either way, let's go ahead and set this up. So I'm going to set 3 there. I'm going to keep that. And then let's go ahead and put in a row here. This is where my headline is going to be. I'm going to drag this row up. So I've got a headline here. Now this is just me planning it out. Again, you're using Pageblocks as drag and drop. So I'm just kind of planning it out in my head here. This is where I'm going to go ahead and put my headline. This is where I'm going to put an image, an image, an image, some text, some text, some text. Then I'm going to do another image real quick. It's going to be like a free resources image, and then I'm going to put in some PDF links. That's how I'm going to do this. All right, let's get to it. So I added another row here. Now I like using multiple rows inside of here. You can use the layout builder, which is here, and inside of the layout builder you can just add rows and add rows and add rows. It's basically like using Pageblocks inside of Pageblocks. But I like this because I can see everything here in this general area. So let's go ahead here. Headline, image, 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 text, 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 free resources, and then let's go ahead and do 6 PDFs. I'm going to put in 6 PDFs here. So let's go ahead and add a row. And I'm going to do 3 columns here. And trust me, this will all make sense in a second, I promise. And I'm literally going to duplicate one of these rows. Duplicate that row. So let's drag that down, and let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a widget here. And I know this is going to be some rich text. Put that up here. And that text is going to say... And again, if you didn't see video number 1, this is just a personal preference of mine. I'm still going to go ahead and put in my heading here so that I get my SEO from the words. But I'm going to go ahead and put choose your adventure, ... All right, so that's about the right size that I'm going to want. I've centered it so it's going to be in the center of my page. If I didn't center it, when I look at my page, let's take a look at it real quick. All right, so you're not actually going to see here. See, it's centered it here. Now if I didn't select center, it would be on this side. Let me show you what I mean. I come back in here and hit edit, and I'm just going to select this and re-justify that to the left side and go ahead and preview my changes, and you'll see here that it's going to pop up on the left. Again, guys, you can drag and drop anywhere within Page Builder that you want and set up page blocks in a number of different ways. So let's go ahead and select that back to my center alignment, and let's get drag happy and bring some stuff in here. So I'm going to do, let's go ahead and put in images. Just like my Pageblocks image. Now please keep in mind, for this tutorial, I am going to be skipping a lot of the stuff that you'll want to fill out. I'll go ahead and fill out this destination URL one, but you're going to want to put in some alt text, you're going to want to put in some title text. Again, I'm just doing this very quickly so we don't run into like a 15-minute video, so we can, well, it's probably going to be 15 minutes. But if this were my site, I'd want to spend at least 30 minutes to an hour setting all of this up just to make sure it looks perfect. All of my alt text is in there. All of my SEO options are going to get read, that I've got every single thing customized the exact way I want to. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I want to get drag happy real quick so we can show you how to use this in a number of ways in just a few minutes. So let's do that. All right, I've got my choose your adventure there, and I've got an idea of what this is going to look like in my head. I'm going to go ahead and put this, which is a GIF image over here. If you don't know what GIF images are, those are images that can kind of move. It's just a bunch of frames inside of an image, and it will actually look kind of like a silent video. I like GIF images, so I'm just going to do that. Open a new window. I've got it going to Google. Again, I would probably want this going to one of my posts, right? I could actually have it going right back to my page. I could have it go into my posts, but all that was in video one, so let's get drag happy. All right, so I've got my media, and to make this easy on myself, I'm going to duplicate this, drag them, and drop them over here. Then we come back in, edit, put a couple other images in here, and click done. Come back and edit. Put a different image in the third one. All right, now I've got that there. They're all going to Google, which is, you know, for the purpose of this tutorial, where I want my URL to live. That would be, you know, my post or my page that I want to put. Now I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to do some more text. Let's go ahead and select heading 2. So I've already used heading 1. Put products. I think that's a little big, so I want to make this just a tiny bit smaller. Not that small. There we go. Products. I'm going to hit enter or shift enter and come down here and put, I'll come back and change that after. This is some product. This is some text. There we go. All right, come back in, change my font size there to about 12. I don't want that to be heading, I want that to be paragraph. Let's go ahead and change this to heading. Actually, I'll just leave all of it as paragraph. That'll make it a little bit easier. All right, paragraph. So Let's go ahead and put it here. Shift enter, drop in some more text. All right. And I know I want that to fill out a little bit more space, so I'm just going to come in here and actually make it a little bit bigger. Now this is where my text would go here. I'm going to add 5 lines to make it look good. All right, so that's products in there. Now I'm going to hit duplicate, duplicate, come over here. All right, and go ahead and come over here. And you can see here that I've just duplicated my text, and I'm going to come in here, edit this one. This one's not going to be products. This one's going to be marketing. And then this one's going to be communication. All right, so I've got my choose your adventure, my images that will represent each of those, and I've got products, marketing, and communication. Now, of course, I would probably edit that text if I was actually setting up something fully, but for the purpose of placeholders and how this looks, we'll do that. Let's add in another widget. I'm going to add in an image this time that's already been edited to look kind of like my background. So let's go ahead and do that. And the reason I did that is kind of show you what you can do. Actually, let's not do a Pageblocks editor. Let's go ahead and come in here and click delete. Let's go ahead and enter an image. Let's do Pageblocks image. Perfect. Pageblocks image, come in here, drop in an image. Free resources. You can see here that it's pretty much matching my background. So I'm going to do that. Image size full. That's not going to have a URL, so it doesn't need to open a new window. All right, so let's recap. Choose your adventure. 3 images, 3 text pieces. We've got the Pageblocks image here that's been dragged. That just says free resources. And in the free resources area, I want to drag in some PDF buttons. Now, I don't need to overcomplicate this, so I'm going to delete this row. And I'm going to come in here and add some widgets. Let's go ahead and add in my buttons. Now this is the power of the Pageblocks plugin right here. So I'm going to find my PDF icon that looks pretty similar to a PDF that I want to use. Let's go ahead and do something like this. There we go. That's pretty PDF-ish. I want that to be right there. Let's come here down to the design. I want this to be completely rounded. I want my padding to be very low, my font size to be extra large, so my button's larger. I'll leave that. I'll preview it, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Actually, I want that to fill out a little bit more of the space, so I'm going to go ahead and put preview. There we go. That's too much space. Let's go ahead and do lastly medium. That's going to work. All right, let's come up here and type in some text, free PDF. And I want that to go to my PDF link, which for the sake of this tutorial is again Google. But that would be my link that I would want my PDF to open. I do want that to open in a new window because if it prompts a download, I don't want them to leave my page, right? So let's go ahead and preview what that looks like. Free PDF, and it's pretty good looking. Let's go ahead and click done. All right, duplicate, 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 duplicate. Got 1, 2, 5, 6. We got 6 PDFs here. Now, of course, this is where I would go back in and I would edit all of these links to be, you know, my different PDF URLs, right? And this is going to be not a bad layout. This is just something simple that we whipped up for this. But I want to kind of spice it up a little bit more. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to go to youtube.com real quick. We're going to come up here and type in amazing background video. Let's go ahead and type in amazing background video. Here's a good one. I know this one has some great audio inside of it. And let's come back and I'm going to get real sneaky with this and just do a 20. I'm going to start with 3 so you can see what I do here. All right, I'm going to drag my row to the bottom. I don't want this row is actually going to be invisible until I put something inside of it. I'm going to go ahead and put in a rich text editor. Now in my rich text editor, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click edit. And I'm going to come over here to the text side and I'm going to iframe this video in because I know it has a good background music in it. So I kind of want something to play when people hit my site. So what I'm going to do is sneakily put in an embed code, right? Okay, and I want this to autoplay, so I'm going to go YouTube autoplay code right here. I make a video YouTube video autoplay. Let's go ahead and grab the autoplay code. Talked about this in one of the premium webcasts. It's a great code. I love this code. Just come in here, and I think you add it exactly here, right after the URL. So what I've done is I've dropped in my video from YouTube, just the embed code that you can get from any YouTube video. Clicked embed. I've come down here and I've put in an autoplay code right at the end of the link inside of it so that it plays. Now looking, it's going to show my videos very big. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to change this to about 200 to 200. Now note something on YouTube videos. If you try to set it as 1 and 1, if you go back over here, sometimes it'll appear like that, and sometimes it will appear very big and gives you like a base default. I'm going to show you a sneaky way to hide it down here. So I'm going to put in 200 by 200, and you can see that it's very small there. I click done. Okay, but what I'm going to do is come back into this row and make it 20 layout. And what that's going to do is reduce the size of my video to like non-existent. So nobody's going to be able to see that video on the page. They shouldn't be able to see that video on the page. And just to make sure, we'll test it out. But all right, choose your adventure, images, text, image here that breaks away to the free PDFs. It says free resources, and then a hidden video. Let's go ahead and preview the page. There we go. And I'm unsure if you guys can hear the music or not, but there is a full music background to this. It says, welcome to my blog, choose your adventure. You see 3 images here, all of my content, some free PDFs. So you can really set up this page in any way that you want to. This is just a base page. Of course, I would change the color on this text. I would probably go ahead and edit some of that. I want to make sure that that's not playing too loud for you guys. So let me come back in here and turn off the music. But again, let's go back and preview. So there's my blog. It's complete with a full music background. Each of my images are going to take me to a brand new page. Even my PDFs will take me to a brand new page. They would prompt the PDF downloads, and I can drag and drop any of this content that I want to. So you can set this up in a number of different ways. You can color this text. You can have a video insert, video on one side and a capture page on the other side, or excuse me, a capture opt-in on the other side. There's just a number of different things that you'll be able to do with this. If you join our Kalatu Premium webcast on Tuesday nights, the Q&A webcast, you should be able to, and excuse me, that's every other week. Every other week on Tuesday, we have our Kalatu Premium Q&A livecast. You can just join us on there, and we'll be able to talk about how to set this up in different ways. You can ask any questions that you want to. If you have a specific item that you want to use and how to drag and drop some icons or set up opt-in forms on the site, set up videos on the site to autoplay, make different page designs, that's your platform to ask any question that you want. So we can help you out and get it to look any way you want and get your page blocks to be set up with what you have in mind. So guys, hopefully this tutorial has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, you can always reach us at support@empowernetwork.com. Otherwise, hop on those premium webcasts to ask your questions if you have any about page blocks, and make it great.